Right, Marlon, you came on against Oxford. Are you pleased with your contribution to the game?
Yeah, I thought I did alright. Obviously, I knew whatever game time that I did get, if I did, I'd have to try and show something. And when I came on, I thought, we had the bulk of the play and the majority of the possession, and a lot of it went through me, which is what I'd like to do. So, I think I did all I could do, against Oxford. We created a few chances, unluckily not to get a draw, but one of those things. And teams take a early lead, and they seem to be happy with defending that. So we've got to get used to that, and when we do get a clear chance or a decent chance, we've got to be clinical and make sure we get something out of the game.
Yeah, I spoke to you before the Vale game, and you said you would give them more consistency. The manager was really pleased, singled you out for praise during that game, and then at Rochdale you got taken off at half time. Yeah. So how are you feeling about things at the moment? Do you think it's just a case of finding the consistent levels still?
Yeah, to be honest, the Rochdale game had a slight injury,
right.
And then the lads touch and go with Wickham and for the Wickham game, and as it was, the lads was on the bench, and the lads had a 4-0 victory, so there's not really that much more I can do. So yeah, still to play well against Port Vale, and then coming off at Rochdale, I didn't obviously I was a bit disappointed because you want a fair crack at the whip, and maybe I didn't get that, so it's made it hard for me to show that consistency. And like I said, when the lads won 4-0, I'm definitely not going to be in the game the next game. So like I said, it's all about me kind of getting my head down, which I think I do anyway, but even more so now. I'm just going to knuckle down, work that a little harder, and then hopefully be back in the team and definitely stay in there for the rest of the season.
I mean, if you're understandable that you accept that you didn't get in the team because it's such a good performance, but Everton obviously one that everyone wants to play, and we're not sure whether Darren Carter's going to be fit or not, but how desperate are you to play, whether he's in there with you or not, or whether you come in for him?
Of course I am. It's the FA Cup third round, Everton, but it would be the same if it was a league game. It's the same against Oxford away. I was desperate to play then. It was the occasion don't make me want to play anymore. I want to play because it's football. So it's not any different for me. I want to play football every game. It's not just because it's the FA Cup and it's a massive game and it's against a Premier League team, makes me want to play even more. So hopefully I do play, but if not, hopefully I play some kind of part in it.
Yeah, it's almost. I think it's exactly a year since the Tottenham game. When by the time the game comes around on Monday, what are your sort of lasting memories of that day in the third round?
Yeah, it was an amazing day. One that I don't think any of us will forget that was here. It's been a bit different this year. I don't think it's really sunk in as yet. Maybe until after today it will do. Hopefully it'll be a different result. Being at home is definitely going to play a part. I think it's sold out now, so hopefully get behind us, and you never know what could happen. We gave a good account of ourselves that day. Had a few half chances, and hopefully we can nick a goal against Everton. You don't know what happens, but they're a really good team. For what they kind of work with budget-wise compared to every other top team in the Prem, they're really well, and I think they're a club that a lot of teams or a lot of fans look up to and admire. So it'd be good to rub shoulders with that quality of opposition again. Hopefully they will play a strong side, which I think they will, because it's a chance of silverware for them. So like I said, we're all looking forward to it. How can you not look forward to a game like this? So we knuckle down these 3 days of training we got prior to the game, and see where we go and see the gaffer's thoughts, and hopefully I'm a big part of them thoughts.
Yeah. Is there anyone particular in there? They've got fuller quality, obviously, at Everton, but is there anyone particular there that you think you really rate highly, particularly in your position?
Yeah, I think I really rate Osman. He's just got England call up, and he's been showing a great consistency for a number of years for them. Probably don't get as much recognition as some of the other players in there, but for someone in my position, I really rate him. Yeah,
there's a lot of young players here that have got ambitions to play higher, and it's a great chance for you to just, like you said, rub shoulders with them, but also see how you can compare yourself to them as well.
Yeah, it's a showcase for all of us to go and showcase our talents, on TV, in front of a Premier League opposition. Like I said, it's what everyone's ambitions are when they're younger, regardless if they're going to make it or not. You still want to play you still want to play as high as possible, and to get the opportunity to play against Everton, and like it was last year. Once I played against Tottenham. 36,000. This just made you hunger and eager to try and play as high as possible. So like I said, it's a chance for all of us to go and show what a good team we are, and how good we are individually as well.
Yeah, there was a lot of talk. I know you sort of dismissed it as rumours, and probably a lot of it was, but there was a lot of talk last year about clubs looking at you and about your future, and obviously now, with you being out of contract, it's bound to happen again. Do you are you aware of things going on, or how do you sort of deal with that?
Of course, you're aware of things. Like I was aware of things happening last year, but once I'm playing football, that's all that matters to me, and I'm completely focused. I'm out of contract this summer, but in a minute, like I said, it's Everton, and I'm looking forward to every game. So nothing really affects me at all. Once I'm out training or on the football pitch, I'm not that type of person. I'm quite strong-minded, and like I said, nothing will affect me, and hopefully I can go about my business.
Yeah, long way to go this season, but when do you start thinking about your future? Because obviously you don't want to be sort of leaving it right at the end of the season and not knowing where you're going to be. When you've got a manager like that.
A manager obviously, I haven't been offered a contract yet from Cheltenham, so at the end of as far as I'm concerned, at the minute, I'm still, I'll be out of contract at the end of the summer. So you're going to think about it a little bit, because it's my livelihood, it's my job at the end of the day. It's the same as someone else, out of a job in the summer and not really know what they're doing. So of course you're going to think about it a little bit, because like I said, it's my job, it's what I earn a living from. So like I said, at the minute it's kind of at the back of my mind, and just concentrating on football and getting back in the team.
Yeah.
That's my first priority.
How do you go about things then now? Does your agent say to the manager you want to have talks about a new contract, or do you just wait for the manager to approach you about discussing a new contract? You don't, like you said, you don't want to get towards the end of the season not where you're going to know where you're going to be.
I think more than likely probably the gaffer to speak to me. It's different if I haven't been at the club for a while, I've been at the club for long enough now. We've got a good relationship with the gaffer and the club, so it probably come from him to me more than anything else.
Yeah, something that always comes back into my mind is when you first came here on loan. He said he wanted to sign you and build a team around you, and it's improved every season. Do you think the team is better this season than it has been? Better equipped to last the distance this year than it was last year?
I think obviously. It's not a lot of difference in the position we are on the table, at the FA Cup compared to last year, and probably the personnel. There's not too much different, but we've got that experience from last year. Being in a similar position this year, we bought Jermaine. Hopefully, with funds that are available, or what the club have got, maybe we strengthen the squad maybe a bit more, and then take it from there. Because we get a few more decent players in. They give us a massive push, I think, and then hopefully go one more better this year. So, I think we've got the equipment there behind us, so hopefully, we take full control of that, and bring a few players in, bring some more depth into the squad and some more quality, and really help us, finish the end of the season strongly.
Yeah.